Turn it up this weekend on The Weekend Vibe.
Welcome today. I know you have been watching the Big Brother Naija show, and we at Scar Radio, we just thought to do something really special for you. Here we're going to break everything down. Everything. The gists, the side talks, everything. And we're going to do what? We're going to put perspective on it. Ladies and gentlemen, I am OJ.
I am Jumai AF.
And you are welcome to the Big Brother Naija special.
On the Scar Weekend Vibez.
On the Scar Weekend Vibez.
Okay.
Woo, I think we need to put our hands together. Like. Hi Jumai, how are you doing today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine, very well. You're looking really lovely.
Thank you. Thank
Nice.
you. Thank you.
I just feel like this was necessary, don't you think?
I mean, to get me on the radio.
We finally did
To
that.
get me on the radio. Come on.
We finally did that.
Somebody had to.
We finally did that. I mean, Big Brother is always a big thing every time it comes on
Yeah.
air. And this is season 7. And I just feel like a lot has happened and there is a lot to unpack.
It's a lot.
What do you think?
It's a lot, actually. Like, compared to what we're coming from last year. Last year was just... We're like, stop Big Brother already. We're so bored. And then this year, we were just...
No, I feel like last
content
year,
everywhere.
it was it felt like white money was carrying the whole thing at some point.
I was not carrying anything, please.
No.
Talk.
I beg to disagree. I feel like he was carrying everything, but this.
What was he doing?
He was cooking.
Really?
Yeah, he was cooking.
So, where's the content in that?
Then cooking was the in thing.
They were too careful. Did anybody get even one strike?
No, and I think they were camera conscious.
Not even disqualification, like just strike. Like, see,
nothing.
they were too boring, please.
But then I
Please.
think it speaks to the kind of recruiting that was done in this set.
Yeah.
There was a lot of strategy put into it, but we're going to get there.
Yeah.
We're going to get there. So when we come back, you stay tuned. We're going to be talking about ships and activities.
Wait. Before we go,
Okay.
OJ, have you ever auditioned for Big Brother?
That's a secret that we.
Why? Why?
We'll talk about it.
Okay.
We'll talk about it when we come back on the show.
Okay.
Turn it up this weekend on The Weekend Vibe.
Okay, welcome back to the show. It's the Big Brother Naija special on the Scar Weekend Vibez. I'm joined by the beautiful, the delectable Jumai. And we had to pull a lot of strings to get her out here, to get her on the show.
Oh, please. I'd rather be behind the camera.
You don't want us to see your beautiful face.
I'd rather be behind the camera.
Okay, so what do you think about the ships in the house? I mean, we didn't expect it, we didn't expect it to be this much, this soon. But we do have it right now.
Let me be philosophical now. I think there's a problem in the society
Yeah.
right now. So, first of all, on the night of the launch, everybody was single. I'm like, nobody even came here with a relationship. Like, I'm single.
Yeah.
And then they'll now say that, no, I'm not looking to mingle. Oh no, I'm not a lover of peace. I'm a man of war. And then 24 hours later, y'all are cozy.
Coming bodies everywhere. Everybody's.
Y'all are cozy. Y'all are breaking up and making up in 48 hours.
In 48 hours.
What is happening here?
How did that happen?
Come on, I don't know. It's just like it's too much.
I feel like
it's too much.
I feel like
to be honest.
off the top of my head, I created a list of the number of ships that are available right now because I'm not even sure this is the entirety of the list. There may be more. I have Daniela and Khalid.
Okay.
I have.
I didn't see that one coming.
You didn't see it coming, right?
I didn't see it coming.
Because Khalid was coming in as that, spiritual brother that doesn't drink,
Daniela as well. I mean, she looks like she can't even finish one gala. So, but apparently,
she can finish a gala.
And more.
Okay. We have Adekunle and Allison. Did you see that one coming? No.
Oh, so I mean,
I felt like Adekunle would have gone for someone else.
First of all, that's my fave. Yeah.
The lucky vibes.
So I feel like he's a very matured person and he knew exactly what he wanted and he was, marinating the whole process and I don't know, we'll get to all of that, Sha, but that's like the only person he was actually close to from day one.
So it's
that
it's just what was available. Is that what you're saying?
No, he probably really saw her and just like that. I mean, she looked different from everybody on the first day. I mean, there were a lot of jokes and non-jokes about her looks.
Oh, she looks really African, I think.
Yeah, so maybe that was what attracted her. But I mean, from day one, he started talking to her, so it wasn't about availability. Everybody was available at that point.
Apart from Kes. I'm sorry, the Kes jokes are just going to keep coming.
Sarkes.
I feel like Kes, it feels like he's missing out on so much. And he's just in the house like,
he needs to go home.
God, why am I married?
He needs to go home, please.
Can I divorce my wife?
Oh, please.
Here on the show. Okay, so we have Groovy and the now disqualified beauty. Toxic much.
Extremely.
We have Bella and Shegs, the queen, the king and queen bee of the house, supposedly.
I don't think so.
And then we had Cyph, who is now gone and doing it. So
those guys were not a sheep. Those guys were just
no. I think those
guys were just Saturday night kissing bodies.
I feel like they were waiting. There's this song about my body to your body. I feel like they were waiting for the bodies to connect Bluetooth, and it didn't happen because they were in separate houses.
Okay.
They are the only item I feel that cross houses, right?
Well, yeah, except for the really first ones.
Which ones?
The Elo Swag and what's that person's name? That other house now.
Elo Swag had something with another person.
So I mean, there's always a back and forth every Saturday. Do you remember Chichi telling Chomsy that look, this guy doesn't like you, he likes someone else in level 2. So yeah. So
wait, Elo Swag and Chomsy?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that one. This house is a shit.
It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot happening.
I didn't see that. Honestly.
It's actually a whole lot.
Honestly, but I just feel like we should take a moment to speak on triangles. Triangles. I think we had this situation where Chichi was into Brian, and then Brian was, I don't know. Brian is confusing me now because we have it's French Nigerian. It's French Nigerian.
Okay, so with Brian and Chichi, right? Chichi said, we did not hear that part. Chichi said Brian came to meet her at the first party and said, "Oh, I really like you, like older women." And then Chichi, you know how Chichi can be cute. And that boy is a small boy, I don't.
He said he likes older women. That boy has spoiled, sir.
He's a small boy, I don't even know. He just came and said that he likes me. He was, that's how she sounds. I actually like the way she sounds.
You really like her?
I not really,
Chichi,
but I just.
Chichi, you have a fan.
I just like her.
Just being modest about it.
She reminds me of Mercy, and Mercy is my eternal fave. Honestly, I don't know how to explain
Mercy.
it. What?
I have my dad,
please, no Mercy slander will be allowed.
Mercy was a force to reckon with. Mercy had energy. Mercy was like, if you could put vibes in a person, if you could, the personification of vibes.
The problem is you guys
Mercy.
are not watching Chichi
because we're watching other people. And that's why
I mean, the first 2 weeks, nobody was really looking at Mercy like that. Don't worry.
Really?
Yeah. Oh no, I'm a Mercy stan, so I know.
Wow.
I know. Yes, we saw her come on the stage with her pretty dress and all of that, but it didn't start the whole energy until they were 3-4 weeks gone into the show. And then we noticed that this girl has not repeated any clothes she has worn since she entered this house.
I'm telling you.
And so we now started noticing.
and it started from Uzi's back in the day.
Right. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway. So yes, back to Chichi and Brian. So yeah. So I don't see that as a triangle. Yes, they talk at the parties and all, but no.
Do you see any other triangles there?
So there's always the whole. Okay, so it was Fina. I think it was Fina that likes Elo Swag. Yes. So it's Fina, Elo Swag, and Fina actually asked.
Yeah.
She actually asked Elo Swag out. She's like, "I like you. What do you think?" And then the guy was like, "Somebody else likes me." And then after the party, she was complaining, she was telling her fellow housemates, "Can you imagine? I spoke to this boy and then he's like, make it get out.
You know, I would have thought you'd have said Fina was giving off that what's her name now? The vibe of the former
Mercy?
Mercy vibe.
No, she doesn't come close. Please.
Really?
No.
Really? She's energetic though.
She's not cute. So Mercy's cute in one kind of funny way. Like it's like they exude this innocence. Like, oh, I'm so innocent. But we know that you are a bad bitch. Sorry, oh. I'm telling you. Like, so you know this coy thing that ladies do. Like they have it on lockdown. Two of them, Chichi and Mercy, like, please.
The cute.
But
the cute.
Fina is ghetto. That guy is an Agbero.
Oh wow.
No.
Oh wow.
Not Fina.
No comments.
Not Fina, please. Yeah.
Wow. So
that's like
we have triangles going on.
So there's that's an original triangle. Elo Swag, Fina, and Chomzi.
Elo Swag, Fina, Chomzi. Like. The whole strategy coming into the show, I mean, all the time, we've watched the show for a really long time, and it has always seemed linear in the sense that there is always the one big house, the really big house, and it's so big, like it accommodates segmentation. You have people saying this is my clique and that's my clique, but coming into this new season, we have two houses, the really small, I'm sorry, and badly designed house.
Was that on purpose though?
That was the first thing I noticed.
Was that on purpose?
I was seated with a group of people and the first thing we noticed was like, what paint job is
also
this?
Was that Joe? You know Joe Abadla?
He does that too?
So you know he was a housemate with during the Pepe Dem.
Okay, yeah. Joe,
the guy artist, with the mustache,
yeah.
And then I noticed that the year after that, I noticed in the end credits that he was the one that did the old designs and all of that. So I'm thinking, is this? I haven't really noticed his name this time around. I haven't looked out for it, so I don't know if it's the one.
But I feel like it was intentional.
Why though?
It increased intimacy, if you noticed, because of how small the space is. You're in each other's faces all the time. And then if you notice, there has been a lot of intimacy going on in that house.
When they entered the other house, they were like, no wonder that they win. See space. Why they don't go win?
You can clear your mind properly.
Like nobody's in your face all the time and all of that. Yeah, I get that.
But kudos to the psychology team of the big. You can tell that they are putting in a lot of effort. It's not just a lot about increasing the money. They're also like tweaking things here and there and bringing in a new housemate. Even when there are a lot of people in the house, it just goes to show that they want a lot of content coming.
Also, they don't have to pay for flights.
How so?
I mean, when he was in South Africa, you had to move the housemates now. So there were no random entries into the house. Anyhow entries.
True.
Now just enter bus to Ilupeju and join us.
I'm sorry, but do you remember the time when the location of the house in Lagos was secret? Do you remember those days when people were like,
but we still knew where it was. So I mean, the first one, it was the Ebuka set was where? Was it BBA or BBN? Ebuka set now.
Something.
Anyway, the house was in GRE. Like
really?
It literally it had the I logo on the fence.
So people
you'd still, if I don't know if they've renovated now, but you'd still see it.
Wow. Okay. But then it became secret at some point.
Yeah.
And then everybody kind of like found it out.
Everybody can't know. Of course. I mean,
it became popular again.
I mean, because there's the internet now and everybody's on the internet.
So, let's go on a break. When we come back, we're going to be talking about evicted housemates, predictions on nominations. So you want to stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Turn it up this weekend on The Weekend Vibe.
What's up, my good people? Welcome back to the show. I've got Jumai with me.
Hello,
people. And right here, we're breaking down everything pertaining to Big Brother Naija Season 7. We just had to come through for you guys. I mean, there has been a lot of chit-chat here and there and a lot of demands, being placed on us to break this thing down. There's a lot of content out there on what is going on, but here you get to hear our point of view on the issues at hand. So let's talk a little bit about the evictions, the ones that have happened.
Yeah.
and we'll also touch on the disqualification as well.
Okay.
We had 2 housemates formerly evicted, Cyph and Christy O. I felt like coming into the show and seeing Christy O, she's a beautiful girl, a beautiful lady. I felt like she was going to shake and move a lot of tables.
No, I didn't feel like that.
And she was going to garner a lot of following. Because she felt she had this alpha queen thing about her. I felt she did.
It's like we're watching different TVs.
It's body, her body language. I
do not see
I felt
it
she
though.
did, but then again, the whole thing started and she was just mute a lot of the time, and then she got out. And Cyph really had the doing thing going on.
First of all, when Christy O came in, we're like, ugh.
What did she do?
What is this dress?
Oh,
what is this hair?
Okay.
I don't mean to body shame anybody, but I mean this is like continental TV.
You felt like she didn't dress appropriately?
Just one short dress that had shine like this, and I was like,
shine.
I mean, what everybody does is to try to make a statement when they're entering the Big Brother house. Like on the stage, let us just first look at Maria's dress when she was entering last year. Like she had she was full blown princess, yellow. You can't miss it. That Christy O could have walked into the audience and nobody would have noticed her.
Ouch.
Right. So she was already drab. For Cyph, he wasn't doing anything, to be honest.
Do you feel like if they stayed on longer, they could have done better?
Cyph, everybody deserves that kind of chance, because it's not easy being thrown into like the midst of strangers that you don't know from anywhere, and then you try to adjust ordinarily. It's not everybody won't adjust at the same pace. Everybody won't be loud. Everybody, for someone like me, if you were
on the show, what would have happened?
If I enter a house filled with strangers, I genuinely really like my space, so it will be very difficult for me to like open up. Of course, so
you need like maybe 2-3 weeks, and then they would have evicted you by then. Those people,
I'll be back in Scar Radio.
This Nigerian airspace, they are very mean.
So they just want you to do something drastic. Maybe when I enter, I'll first curse everybody in the house, like
your father.
Fuck you guys.
No, sorry, your father is not. It doesn't trend anymore. It's your dad. Like your dad. Your
daddy's dad.
Your dad's father. You're like, oh yeah.
So I mean, maybe if they stayed longer. I mean, Hermes. We don't know what Hermes saw for him to nominate her. He said she was drumming during their task. She seemed like a strong person and all.
Oh, we don't get Hermes saw her as a strong person.
That was what he said. He was head of house. He was the one that nominated her.
That's definitely her villagers at work, because we out here, we didn't see her as a strong person.
Ondo people.
Ondo.
Shout out to Toke.
We need to stop doing this. It's not nice at all. Let's play.
So yeah. So I mean, maybe if they stayed longer. I mean, Cyph was basically just, I don't want to say useless, but I mean, it was boring. He wasn't doing much. The only time he was talking was when he was trying to pacify Beauty.
And then both of them are out now.
And then the next thing we'll see is that you're kissing somebody in the party. Like, I know ourselves before.
We're just like,
we're just on our own. You people just started kissing. What's this now? So I don't know. Maybe if they had stayed longer, but I really, really wanted him to go. I was like, please, Cyph should go. Especially when he kept on, trying to stop Beauty from fighting. I'm like, this guy needs to go. Leave this girl. Leave her. She wants to fight. Let her fight.
So let's talk about that disqualification, though. It felt like Beauty was headed to the top. No, like she was going to be there.
She had a very strong fan base. I won't even lie.
She was going to be there for a while, and then
matter of fact, I am still in one of her groups. I mean, WhatsApp. Yeah, sure.
So you're a promoter, or you were a promoter?
No, I was just, how. So I mean, I've been a fan of Big Brother like for so long, and anytime the show starts, we just enter everybody's groups like, who is going to be our fave? Who's going to be our fave? I mean, I liked Beauty. I was in a group. We're all rooting for her after her first strike. Like, we hope she just learns and not drinks on the next party, and then she does exactly the same thing.
Someone who used to have that problem was Sheyawo.
Okay.
Then
it was even Erica had the same problem.
Yeah,
like you just drink a bit and then you're just all over the place. I mean, if you can't deal with your alcohol, then don't do it.
Don't do it.
But apparently, it sounds like it was some sort of content for her. Like, that was a strategy for her.
That's what brother said.
Yeah, you saw that video as well. I'm like,
I was
bro,
like, I know what this is.
That's damage control.
You felt like it was damage control.
I don't know, what was he doing?
I felt like it was publicity.
Please.
I felt like it was
I just feel like you should not condone bad behavior. It's like, don't encourage bad behavior. It's pure bad behavior. Like, there are ways to express yourself. There are ways that you can, pass your message across without being violent.
But do you feel like she was pushed to that extent? Like, they made her do it? Because I think that is where
when you say they,
team might be coming.
Like, they told her to fight?
Not basically telling her to fight. Like, she had a man, Groovy, and then there was this sexy dancer.
She had a man in 2 weeks.
She had a man in 2 weeks. It's just like noodles. It's
wow.
like noodles, like Mishai, ready to go. That's a Mishai relationship. And I'm sorry. But then the fact is, she told him not to dance with Chumsy, and then he went on to grab her neck.
But she came to him first.
Did he provoke her? Did he gaslight her?
Even if.
And she was already high.
Okay.
I'm just playing the devil's advocate here.
I don't know. I honestly, you men deserve.
What did I do again?
You men deserve what you get. To be honest, you men deserve what you get all the time.
Anytime we hear you men, you know that even our forefathers were in this conversation.
Because these guys had this argument a week before.
Yeah.
She did all that thing with Ilebaye.
Yeah, Groovy and Ilebaye, right?
No, I don't even know what. I mean, it was after the party the week before as well.
Dancing, they were touchy
and
stuff like
then Ilebaye is like trying to calm Beauty down, and then Beauty gets upset, and then Groovy is not saying anything, and then Beauty is upset that Groovy is not saying anything, But then let's even leave the fact that she's upset with him. You were fighting with Ilebaye, yeah, and then you, Groovy, you could see what this girl was doing. Nobody could hold her in the house. Nobody could say anything to her. They were literally carrying her, and then she faced Brian as well. She wanted to beat up Brian as well, And then you saw all of these things, and then you still went back to this same person. I don't know. You deserve what you get, to be honest.
So, who does the blame fall on with this your analysis? Groovy.
They're both at fault.
Or Beauty.
They're both at fault. So what blame now are you talking about? The disqualification blame?
Another thing. No, she deserved it. She earned her disqualification.
Yeah, definitely.
But I felt like Groovy could have handled the situation better.
Yeah, I mean,
after collecting choke.
Maybe he just
getting that choke.
Maybe he just wasn't having it anymore. Like, whatever, man. You don't own. It's just been 2 weeks, fam. 2 weeks.
2 weeks of happening, so things have been going down in that house. Things that married couples of 30 years have not experienced.
Amaka keeps counting the condoms every day. She said the condom don't reduce.
Turn it up this weekend on The Weekend Vibe.
Alright guys, welcome back to the show. We've been having amazing conversations right here. Just so you know, you can always reach out to us on our social media handles. Yeah. You can reach us on Telegram at the Scar Telegram Radio, Scar Radio on IG, AudioMac, Facebook, and YouTube, and Scar_Radio on Twitter. Am I right or am I right?
You're right.
Yeah. So we're back. Before we went on this break, we had the unfortunate incident where Jumai was obsessed with balls.
Oh, come on. It was a balls game.
So we had a preacher come in and perform an exorcism.
Okay, I don't know.
She has been delivered.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Officially from Edekule's balls.
They literally had to put balls in.
You like Edekule?
I do. That's my fave. That's what I said.
You know, when he stepped on stage, it was an entire
was
rave.
like-
Everybody was like,
I put it on my status, and the funny thing was the day before when the trenches guys went in, I didn't even make any comments about Big Brother at all on my status, and people were messaging me that, are you not watching? I said, I'm watching. No, I'm just I'm unimpressed. Like, wow.
Outside Adekunle, who had the best stage entrance? Like when they went to meet Ibuka. Outside Adekunle, Bella had a nice dress. Let me just give you cues. Bella had a really nice dress.
She was wearing a black dress, right?
Yeah, the black dress that trended for a while.
I don't know. Again, Chichi. I mean, Chichi had that whole messy type dress on again. And then she now said, is this not enough?
Everyone went crazy. Went agog with Lost.
You know, I like that girl. I actually like her. I'll probably vote for her if she was up for eviction. Probably.
Yeah, it's funny nobody has put her up for eviction.
No, they haven't been on eviction.
Okay.
Level 1 guys. They've been winning head of house. So you know how it works.
So if
the house that wins nominates the other house. Yeah.
Nominates someone from the
yeah,
other
they haven't
house.
lost. Yeah.
So here we are. Let's talk about prediction on the nomination that happened yesterday. We have Brian, Groovy, Ilebaye, Khalid, and Fina. Let's start with who are the people you feel like will be saved. So let's.
I mean, Fina will be saved.
Yeah.
I guess because she obviously topped the polls last week. Groovy and Brian.
I mean, Groovy has content.
Does he?
Yeah.
What kind of content?
He had content as of last week. I think people want to see what happens with him and Ilebaye, or him, Groovy, and Amaka. Even though he's a bit silent right now. People out
Amaka?
there.
Really?
Yeah, people. Yeah.
I don't know. The way Amaka is popping up on this your show. OJ, do you like Amaka?
Amaka.
That girl is a dead guy to me. Like
really?
Yeah, I just feel like she's she and Fina do this comedy thing and all, and you know they're funny. It feels
like she's always in everything that happens.
She inserts herself.
Kind of like
she inserts herself into it. I don't know if that's.
If you're not creating content, join the content creator.
I don't know. I don't know if that is Groovy's type of thing. I don't even get why you're putting Groovy in that.
Okay, so you think Groovy doesn't have enough?
I don't know. Let me be very honest with you. I don't watch those guys, those trenches guys. I don't watch them. I'm telling you, like when they switch cameras to trenches, I just go to the next station and go and watch level 1 guys again. However, since they moved the level 1 guys into the trenches house, I've noticed that I've stopped watching level 1 guys.
So I think
it's the house.
Decor.
Yes,
the decor.
I actually think it's the house.
But then let's talk about what happened when that swap happened. We noticed that there was a lot of cleaning that Hermes had to do, and the island people had to do.
Even the trenches guys are saying these guys are dirty. I'm like, look at this one.
No.
Fina was saying it now. Yeah, see how they put salt. I said, see this one.
I feel like that house was properly unkempt.
Fina said they're dirty. Those ones who said they're dirty. I mean, that's what happens. No matter what, when you enter somebody else's space, you would feel funny.
Did you see what that guy swept up? Did you see what Hermes swept up? It was bad. I was like, yo, and the same.
Hermes said, no wonder these guys are like this. No wonder these guys are like this. I'm like,
at some point, honestly, I was just thinking to myself, what's going to happen to the people who are going to sleep on Khalid and Daniela's bed? A lot of things have happened on that bed, you know. And then you go and sleep, and you just be feeling.
And now they've continued in the level 1 house. So
what do you think about that anyway? You know, there was a time when for a shop ball, Daniela was complaining about pains, you know, tummy pains, and the social media was agog with comments and everybody saying all sorts of stuff that she's 2 months pregnant.
Maybe it's just that time of the month for her, you know, and then it might get painful. I don't know. I wouldn't know. I've never tried that. So I don't know how people feel when they actually do stuff like that.
Do you think they actually did anything? We've had situations in the past where housemates came out and said, you know, they were reading the Bible under the sheets and they were, you know, talking to each other and nothing really happened.
Shout out to Femi. Femi said, who is that person galloping under the duvet? I died. It was actually a gallop. Like
there was a huge, and Amaka was watching them. Amaka was just like, this could have been me.
Oh God! She actually said it. She said it one morning. She said that she's quite horny, you know, because
of what she go through every night.
Beside her and all. So yeah, I don't know, man. And you know, there was a time this conversation would have gone very differently. I mean, look at Kafi and Gidoni when that happened. Look at how everybody was castigating and judging, and you know.
Now the tides are turned.
And then now, I was just acting like it's normal. Like
it's normal. We've been desensitized. That's what's happened,
bro. It's really bad.
But nothing can be said assertively until they say, because we have no proof. The only proof that we had came from Beauty's mouth when she said the two things that Groovy had managed to do to her. So she had confirmed any rumors that there could have been.
These two people would rather die than confess to. This Khalid and Daniela.
And his religion as well. So
yeah.
When he comes out, he's going to have a lot of...
What religion? Let's talk about that as well. So at the Saturday party, he was telling her that she can't drink because, his religion doesn't allow that. Also,
but she's Christian.
That she can't be with him.
Oh, so they can't
because
have something.
she's taking alcohol, but y'all can have premarital sex. That's okay.
Well,
alcohol is where you draw the line.
It's where you draw the line.
I don't know.
She should have drawn the line before she entered the bed.
Hypocrisy is smelling.
Before she entered the bed, she could have just drawn a line.
Erase the line and draw it again.
Don't cross this line.
I beg.
That line is very transparent.
I beg. It's just hypocrisy.
So let's come back to this. Who do you think is going home on Sunday? Who do you think is going home?
I really hope. I really hope that Brian goes, even though.
Hey, Shimo.
Even though Brian is annoying.
You really hope that Brian goes.
Honestly, Brian is very
He's
annoying.
He's a budding artist, though. He might be another Lekar.
He's a budding artist. He's all these Gen Z Alte guys. Like, you guys are tiring, please. I really hope he goes.
I think there might be two people leaving. So.
Ilebae.
Yeah. I feel like her content has been centered around other people.
Yeah. Ilebae.
Yeah.
So those two people.
So you have Brian and Ilebae.
Yeah. What do you think?
I can't disagree. I think Khalid's nocturnal activities.
Actually, Khalid might go.
Well, his nocturnal activities are keeping people tuned in, so they might keep him thinner, obviously. Groovy. So yeah, have the same thing. Brian and Ilebae.
Again, don't let us forget. Have you ever auditioned for Big Brother?
Is it necessary? Do we need to have this conversation?
It's just fun now. Just tell me.
Yeah, I have.
Oh, okay.
I have.
How did that go? Was it the time when you had to line up or?
No, I didn't do
the
that one.
Upload videos one.
Upload videos. I think I got to one stage where I had this South African guy auditioning me, and after that was it. Yeah.
You even got to that stage. I uploaded one video once. I'm not even sure anybody viewed my video, Sha.
What was your number? Number 41,625.
Bro, I can't even remember. I'm not even sure because they said upload a private link, and the only view that was there was probably the view that I viewed it, because it was just one view.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I feel like the in-person auditions might have been better, because then some people might have angles on camera that may not be favorable for them.
Yes, and then they were very specific about the angles they wanted, and then no filters, no nothing. So anyway, they are lost, Sha.
You're lost, so Big Brother.
They did not see me in their house.
You think all those people you have in your house, they're anything? Look at Jumai.
They are lost.
Read her. Should I give you content back to that?
I wish.
Don't mind them. They don't know what they missed. You lost one, like Jay-Z said. You lost one.
A good one, for that matter.
One. A star one.
I already had
Big G's.
Big J. I already had a fan base name. I was like, Let's just get into that place.
What was it?
And my fans shall be called. No, that was a secret.
No, Jumai Nation. Jumai Nation.
And my fans will be called.
Oh, Jumai Warriors. Fan bases, they never finish. We've not even heard the last of it. Anyway, guys, oh my goodness, I feel like we've spent our time. We've definitely spent our time. It has been an amazing show.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
So somebody's going home tomorrow. So we wonder
wait, when you say tomorrow, someone's
sure.
going home tomorrow. It's going to be. I'm sorry, I made a mistake.
At least one person is going home. At least one
person. My hope is that they don't add on somebody else on the show. We're
so you
good.
know that like a document leaked. So they're like 8 extra housemates that's supposed to come in or something, and then now
Really?
4 have come in. Is that 8 or 6? I don't know. So we'll probably
at
be
some
expecting.
point they'll have a mass eviction where they just like send a whole bunch of people away. Maybe 5, 6.
I mean,
but they shouldn't do it now because they're really getting good content.
Cheesy is good content. Cheesy is the new guy that
Cheesy,
went into
and I like
level
the guy who.
Cheesy is actually funny.
I like his Igbo vibes. It's very cool.
Cheesy is actually funny. But I mean, he's a rider. He can't go. They can nominate them as much as they can.
As they want, but they're not going anywhere.
But the housemates don't.
But then,
know.
what's the term? What's the TNC? Does he also get to?
He doesn't win. He can't win.
What about the other 2 who came in before?
Those ones are fake housemates.
So can they win?
No, they can't win either.
Wow.
So
That's
those ones,
Deji,
I guess
Deji
Deji and Modella. So I guess they're just doing it for exposure.
I mean, if it were you, wouldn't you take the same offer? I think I will. I mean, the exposure is massive. So you're guaranteed to be there up to...
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. All right, guys, this is our time. Would have loved to go longer and longer. We have a lot to talk about. I feel like this show, like we said earlier, has been has been far better than the previous one. And this is no disrespect to the previous contestants on the last season. Yeah. We've had just 2 weeks and we've had a lot of content. I mean, my folder is full of talk points, and we could go on and on. But we have to cut it short in righteousness. Stay tuned. This same station, this same time next week, we're going to be talking about the BBN 7.
Yes.
All the points, everything, all the juicy and the beautiful thing about the show is that we put our spin on it. We have our perspective.
Yeah.
That we give out. So do you want to tell the people anything? Wait, are we going to see you again? Are you going to disappear? You can visit once in a while.
You guys watch this space. I can decide to surprise you. Maybe if Adekunle does something serious on the show, I have to get on the radio. I'm like, no, I need to talk about this. I need to vent about this.
But do you know the guy before?
I don't know. Do you know my sister asked me the same question? Like, do you know him? I was like, no. But this is how I always am with my faves. I do not know Mercy. Like, the way I was voting for.
Right. Adekunle, she's single. And she lives in Lekki.
Do you know that? So honestly, like I had the longest crush on I had the biggest crush on Vector for like the longest time.
Vector,
right?
the artist.
Yes, Vector the artist. And when Adekunle climbed that stage, when he opened his mouth, I was like, what? Is this guy related to Vector? Like, it sounds so much like him.
Similar, don't they?
And then they look somewhat alike.
He looked really. I like what.
And then they're both from Lagos Island. I don't even know. Are they like, maybe they're cousins though? If they had the same surname, I would have said maybe they were brothers.
What if he comes out and it turns out he's a rap artist?
No, he would have said he was a rap artist.
Would that disappoint you?
Do you know I went to his page and I saw that Vector was following him? I said,
Hey, we're on to something here. No, this is deep.
I don't know, man.
Guys, please just stay tuned.
Just a disclaimer, I don't have a crush on Adekunle. I just really like his person.
She says that she doesn't have a crush. She says, okay?
I don't.
Come back
Shout
next
out
week.
to Awele. Awele has a crush, a massive crush on Adekunle. She says she just wants to hear him talk all the time.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Let me just shout out the entire Amebo group. You guys.
Shout out. we're going to spend this 1 week trying to figure out the relationship between Vector and Adekunle.
Yes.
And also if there can be anything between Jumai and Adekunle. So by next week, I promise you, I'll bring you the ginger. Stay tuned, guys. Love and light.
Love and light. Bye.
Turn it up this weekend on The Weekend Vibe.